Today we're going to do a quick overview of green tip ammo and what's the difference between a green tip and a standard. Welcome back and thanks for joining Todd the Gun Guy. This video is really designed for newer shooters, people that are just getting into the black rifle platforms. Really not going to be an in-depth video. It's just to say to the new shooters, hey, look at the difference between this round and this round. This one's green tip, this one isn't. If you look online, there's going to be a ton of descriptions and talk a little bit more in depth about what they do and how they work. Well, the first thing you're going to notice is you have the green tip. Right? So they put some coating or paint on the tip of that to make it green to identify that this is an actual penetrating round. So the difference in weight, this one with the green tip is going to be a 62 grain where the standard is going to be a 55 grain. There's not a ton of difference in the speed. Of course, being a heavier bullet, the penetrator green tip is going to go, I think it's like 3,000 up to 3,100 feet per second, where the 55 grain is going to be 31 to 3250, somewhere in that range. So you're definitely going to get a little more speed out of the lighter bullet. The ATF deemed the green tip legal for all civilians to use, and it's not actually a armor piercing round. A lot of people may think that the green tip, it's armor piercing. It is not. It's a penetrator round. So it helps with penetration through harder materials such as glass, light metals, heavier clothing, stuff like that. A true military armor piercing round, you're going to see, I'm going to show you right here, is actually going to have a black tip, and it's made up a little bit different in the projectile itself. Armor piercing bullet, they're black tip. And here is a cross section. I know it's a little blurry. You see the powder here. In front of the lead there is the steel piercing tip that you can see, and it is jacketed. When you look at the standard round, you're going to see that it's actually got your powder, and then it's going to have lead. And then you're going to have the copper jacket around the outside, so it's going to be a full lead projectile. When we take a look at the cross section on the penetrator round, you're going to see the lead first, and then you're going to see the steel that's in front of the lead. Then you're going to see the copper metal jacket on the outside of it. The cross section of the green tip. You can see here that the majority of the tip is lead right there, okay? There's the steel tip or steel projectile in the green tip. So you can see it's definitely different than the last picture in the black tip that I showed you guys. Here's your copper right here, right? So there's the copper jacket on the outside. You got your lead, and then there's your steel penetrator tip right there. So this is a cross section of your green tip ammo, the M855 SS109. What's going to happen with the penetrator round is that when it hits the hard surface, it's almost going to peel away, right? The tip or the outside of it is sort of going to peel back. The lead and the steel projectile is going to keep penetrating. It's going to keep going through as it pushes through, and the lead will sort of peel back. That's why they call it a penetrator, and that's what's going to do the penetration, is going to be the actual steel that's in front of that lead. I didn't make a video of this, but I got to tell you, go see Hootie Who. He's got an awesome video. He wasn't sure. He's like, man, let's take a look at the standard rounds versus a green tip, see if there's any difference in penetration. I don't know what class Kevlar he had or armor plate, but it did pierce through. Can you shoot green tip ammo at a range? This goes with pretty much not just green tip, but any steel base core or tip is banned because not all the gunpowder is burned up at the firing range. So it can build up and it can actually catch on fire. So with the green tips having these steel cores, this can actually cause sparks. And again, can ignite the unburned powder, and you could have fires. Not only the green tips, but any of the steel core ammo. As far as the cost, green tip's going to be a little bit more expensive than is your standard ammo. That's just because they can do it, and probably costs them a little bit more to put the extra steel on the tip. I do want to mention about Olight. You guys use my coupon code TODD10, that's TODD10, and you guys will get a 10% discount on your Olight products. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and until next time, Todd the Gun Guy!